Hey kids, how's everybody out there YouTube land this evening? Me and Miss Lily are doing fine here on the Lily 2 with a little bit of recovery today, actually. A little bit of recovery day today. Been a busy week and a half, I guess, or whatever, since, running out to Newport and coming back and stuff, and so I'm pretty tired, to be honest with you. Pretty tired. I made really good time getting in here today. Hey Doug, hey Patriot Canadian, hey Coyote, what's up everybody? Made really good time. I left, hey John Dolan, how are you, sir? I left Eaton's Neck early this morning, about 7 a.m. and I just made really good time. The tide was coming in, so it was helping pushing me along. There was a little bit of wind on the nose, of course, right on the nose, but it wasn't too bad. But man, the sun came up and it got hot today. 94 degrees it got today. It's down to 88 right now on the boat, but it was up to 94. I've had to go take a couple of swims today to cool off. Just worked on some route planning and stuff for once I leave here, so. Yeah, Doug, everything is fine. And Doug, I noticed that you texted me, and I think Frank texted me and called me. Guys, I've had my phone off, and I've been using my iPad as a hot link so that I could work on my computer. And so I have not been responding to anything because it has been occupied and busy. So, not trying to be rude, just trying to get some stuff done. So. With that said, hello everybody. How's everybody doing out there? Hey Pilot, hey Smokin', Don, what's up? Michael P, how you doing? Hey Jeff, stuck at BC, what's going on? 101 Monroe with, wow, better you than me, brother. Better you than me. Yep, so we made it all the way out to Newport, Rhode Island and back, and fetched a dinghy and a couple toilets. So now I just got to figure out what to do with all of it. So, hey, No Plastic, what's up, ma'am? I think what I'm going to do, the one toilet has its own built-in holding tank. And small holding tank, about 5 gallons, maybe 8 gallons, something like that. But it has its own built-in holding tank, and it seems to me like that would be a lot less infrastructure work for me to do. I've got to get my pressurized water working anyway, and that toilet would require pressurized water. So that seems like it might be the simplest installation. John, yes, I am back in Port Washington. I got in here today at about 11:30. Oh no, well yeah, about 11:30 noon, right about there by the time I got the anchor down. So, hey Christine, how you doing? And to be honest with you guys, I kind of just sat here and chilled out and rested in the heat. It's supposed to be very hot the next 2 days, so I'm not going to I'm not going to run out there and try to get stuff done immediately. I did try to order some stuff. Man, that just pissed me off today. But hey, Christine, did the dinghy hold up to the trip? Hope it didn't get any worse. No, it didn't get any worse. I lashed it to the side of the boat so tightly that I actually raised it up out of the water. And so it didn't get any worse. It didn't get any worse at all. So I think you said you'll be there 2 weeks if things go right. Yep, that's about what I'm figuring, John. Maybe less. Maybe less. It all depends. I have a liquid grain storage holding tank under my belt. Yep. Yep. Evening cocktails for all on me. Here you go, Don. Thanks. Did you find a rental truck? No, Plastic, I gave it a lot of thought. Hey, Sailmaster, how you doing? I gave it a lot of thought. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that, but not right now. I gave it a lot of thought about the dinghy. I think I can pick up the dinghy and set it up on the roof above me on that side. And I won't be able to walk up and down that side of the boat. But while I'm here on anchorage, I don't have to walk up and down. I can go up the other side. The dog will be able to walk all the way around. She'd walk underneath of it. But I think I can pick that dinghy and set it up there, right side up, which would really give me perfect access to the area that I need to work on it. So, John, it's about 8 to 9 days to Annapolis from Port Washington. I'm planning on 14 days, and even then I'm going to get there 2 weeks before Annapolis. So I'll have plenty of time. So, good morning, up and cold here. Oh, Mike, not the case on this side, man. We had 94 degrees here today. So, why not just ask the kids at the fueling spot if they have a truck? I'm sure they'd like 20 bucks. It's just, I just don't think it's going to be necessary. I don't think it's going to be necessary to rent a truck. I think I'll be able to just set it up on the deck. And actually where I would have it, it would give me access right here, which would be really convenient. So, I have been trying to find a good price on some of that PVC glue. I'm going to need a lot, and I'm going to need some PVC material to cut into strips and stuff to reattach it to the transom. It looked like somebody used some kind of clear plastic tape or something on there. It's no surprise to me at all that this thing came apart. When it came apart on the actual transom of the dinghy, there's no glue on it at all. It never had any glue. I mean, you'd see glue residue. You'd see evidence of it. There wasn't any. So I'm not really sure what transpired with the way that had been assembled and attached, but it certainly wasn't done very well. Appears to be a good place to spend a little time. Yeah, John Dolan, I think it'll be a good time. It's another big sailing community. Like like Newport was. Newport was a big sailing community. Port Washington here is a big sailing community. It's another big, it's one of the iconic sailing communities. So it'll be interesting to go to Annapolis and spend a little time there and wait out the boat show, or not. Today I planned all my stops. Hey, SV Carlos. So it should be fixable, which is great news. Yeah, it's fixable. Let's see. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody, but I'm doing too many things at once. Let me finish up one thing first. I spent a good amount of time today planning out my route down the ICW, figuring out how you go. Man, it's just crazy ass shit the way you have to follow the ICW. There'll be a couple spots I'm going to jump to the outside just to get some distance and get around some of the crazier spots and make some time. It's going to be a slog, though. I mean, it's going to be a long slog. It's going to be, it's 1,500 miles of driving down the Erie Canal, basically. It's the same basic thing as driving down the Erie Canal, only 1,500 miles instead of 350. So I have the option of jumping to the outside every so often and getting into some big water and making some distance sailing. The ICW is going to be a lot of motoring and, hopefully a little bit of motor sailing, but it's going to be a whole crap load of motoring. So, I don't know. I am in a hurry to get down there. I'm chomping at the bit to get going, and I'm really chomping at the bit to get to some warm, clear water. I want to see turtles. I want to see dolphins. I want to see manatees. Looking at active Kaplan and reading the descriptions of the various anchorages and looking on Google Earth and looking at some photos and stuff, I'm really getting jazzed and highly motivated to get on the road and start heading south. I'm really looking forward to that. So with that said, I'm kind of in a hurry to get things done here in Port Washington so I can get moving out of here. But I'm also kind of in a hurry. I don't know. I mean, I've been given a lot of real reconsideration to going to the boat show. I don't know that I'm going to have the funds to go to a boat show, and it's no fun to go to a boat show without any money. I don't know if I'm going to have any money to do that. Maybe enough. I don't know. I know right now I'm going to be spending quite a bit getting a new alternator and the dinghy repair and stuff. So, I finally get that return fuel line installed. I'm going to finally get the LED lights figured out and get the running lights done. I got a few other little projects like that I want to get buttoned up here in these 2 weeks. So it's going to be a hectic, busy 2 weeks. And that's another thing, and no offense to Doug. I love Doug like a brother, and he's been a great asset to me. But if I put the dinghy up here on the deck above the boat, I can work on it every day, all day long. I don't have to, you know, wait for Doug to get up and come get me and take me there, and then we only have like 3 hours, 4 hours to work, and I have to come back, and, you know, it's a pain in the neck. Whereas if I put it here and I work on it here, I'll have all day to work on it. Because it's going to be at least a 7-day project, I think. And that is if I can get the materials here quickly. So I've been looking around trying to find the 2-part epoxy PVC adhesive. I have not been able to find really any better price. So if you guys know of a better price, please let me know. But I've not been able to find a better price on it so far. It's very spendy. 250 milliliters, which is like, you know, 2/3 of a can of pop size, is like 50 bucks. Okay, so it's expensive stuff. And I've looked around, I've not been able to find any place where I can buy it much cheaper than West Marine. I have to kind of laugh because in the description of West Marine it says 1 liter will give you a coverage of 1 square meter, 39 inches by 39 inches, to give you an idea as to how far it would last. The only problem is the bottom is not a liter, it's 250 milliliters. So I'm not really good on my metrics. I think a liter is what, 500 or is it 1,000 milliliters? I think a liter is 500 milliliters, isn't it? Or is a liter 1,000? I don't remember. But I know this can wasn't 1,000. Wasn't a liter, not a liter. A liter is 1,000. Yeah, that's what I thought, ma'am. That's what I thought. All right, let me go back and see what I missed in the chat. I'm not trying to be rude here, but I'm trying to get my conversation done. Oh, wow, I missed a lot. I'll pick up you and Lily. No, brother, that's okay. How many days can I take? Covered that. Good morning. I've told you. Okay, covered that. I've never been to Annapolis. Appears to be a good place to spend a little time. Yep, I think so. Should be fixable, which is good news. Yep, the blast in Annapolis. My sister got married. The Naval Academy, huh? Maybe you can get the extra dinghy sold before you leave. No plastic. I've decided not to sell the other dinghy. I'm going to roll it up, pack it up, and put it up on the deck. Imagine all the cussing you'll have to do with all the wakes in the ditch. Hey, I don't mind having the wakes when I have my boat fully assembled. It was just when I had the mast off of it on the Erie Canal. Well, actually, going down the Hudson was the worst part. Until I got the mast put up. Now that the mast's up, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me that much. I mean, the dog bounces around a little bit, but did I miss any announcements? Just got home from work. Randy, no announcements. You know, just for the heck of it, ask at West Marine if they know if someone repairs West Marine ribs before you buy all the materials. All right, you know, out in Florida, I'll do that. That's a good idea. I will do that. Yes, John Dolan, I understand I can do the entire ICW with my mast up. Yep. The red tide is on both coasts of Florida, much worse. Yes, I know that, Bubba. It's pretty bad. So, okay, everybody's telling me 1,000, 250 is 1 cup. Okay. Are the ribs typical PVC used in plumbing? No, it's not the same material. No. You can't just use, the glue used in PVC pipe on plumbing is not made to be flexible. I need to use a special adhesive, an epoxy that's made to be flexible after it dries. Hey, Tickle Me Finn. Ahoy Skipper, missed me last night, yeah. Yeah, just to touch base on last night, guys. I went to Eaton's Neck off of Port Jefferson last night. Got there. Nothing, not even cell phone service. I don't know if there was some technical issue going on there with the local internet or the local cellular tower, or there was nothing. No cell phone service, no internet, nothing whatsoever. I couldn't make a call in or out. I sat on the boat and read a book. I mean, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't watch a video. I couldn't do nothing. So it was kind of a bummer. But yeah, so I just read a book and it was sort of frustrated. I thought about moving someplace else, but there really wasn't another good place to move without just coming all the way here to Port Washington, and you know that was a long ways from there. So yeah, Bubba, it's a 2-part PVC epoxy for gluing PVC. There were other selling live streams discussing your channel and a bunch of others. Other sailing live streams. Yeah, I don't know about other sailing live streams discussing my channel, Always Chipper. I don't know. I didn't see any of that last night. Probably just in a dead hole with no reception. Stuck in BC, I was there before and was able to live stream without a problem, which is one of the reasons why I chose to go back there on Sunday, so I would have a good signal for my live stream. But when I got there was nothing. So yeah, it was just out. I mean, it was just flat out. So anyhow, we're back in Port Washington. Obviously, we've got good cell phone service. So OD PVC flexible medium clear cement. OD PVC flexible medium clear cement is formulated using flexible PVC pipe and rigid fittings up to 6-inch diameter with interference. Wood-beast, that's interesting. Flexible medium clear cement. Huh. I'll have to check on that. I don't know. How long did it take me? Hey, honeybees, how you doing, brother? It was nice meeting you over there at Eaton's Neck, my friend. Nice boat, by the way. I like your boat. It was really nice meeting you over there. I left there at about 6:30. I got here about 11:30. So, roll the old ink up in a shape that will fit on the bow of the new. It will add weight forward and give Lily a nice place to sit. Actually, I've got a special little bag that it fits into, so I'm just going to roll it up and put it up on the deck, and that way I've got a backup should I need it. This is solid base. Consider riveting a shape-thin backing plate and a SEAC bottom. Mike, that's interesting. Okay. Coast Guard jamming, maybe. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, it was dead spot. Not visit there again. All good on the hood. Yep, I'm not visiting there again. I don't expect to be going back that way. Cheap at Home Depot. Yep, like $8. Yeah, I know that stuff's cheap. I used a lot of PVC glue over the years. I built a few houses. I have joined some PVC before. Filling tubes with expanding foam. Well, even if it was filled with expanding foam, it would still have to be reattached back to the rib. So put the rib in the recycled bin. Yeah, it's fine. I'll get it fixed. Okay. So anyhow, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on the rib this week. We're going to finish up some of the other little projects that have been frustrating me along the way. One of the viewers had brought up the suggestion of trying to replace my Pelco 260 because the display is messed up on here. I've been looking on eBay trying to find another, see if I could just buy one of those used. I can't find them anywhere. It's a Pelco Fish Finder 250, I think it is, or 260. Fish Finder 260. And then another guy said if I mailed this to him, he might be able to fix the screen. I don't remember, and now I can't remember who it was who said for me to do that. So if you're watching this and you told me to send you the screen, remind me, because I went through my emails and I couldn't find anything about it. So, going on that new and exciting. Not much. Frank's still sulking. Okay, guys, we're not going to play this game. Okay, Frank is ill. Okay, Frank is sick. He's got some health issues. He's not sulking. He's not upset. He's sick. I hate to see you work hard and not get good results. I always get good results. It just takes them a long time. So we can concentrate on his health and stuff. JD, you may be correct. Yes. Frank needs to concentrate on his health. He's got some medical issues going on. He's been in a lot of pain because of his back and issues. So I hope he gets well very soon. I hope Frank's feeling better very soon. So. Anyhow, now that we've nipped that in the bud. Almost looks like it's going to rain outside. Boy, it'd be nice if it did. It'd cool things off. What's the make and model of the fish finder again? Apelco, A-P-E-L-C-O, Apelco Fish Finder 260. You want me to break every now and then? We do, JD. Not you, the dink has outlived its life. I don't know, Tickle Me Fin, just because it has a hole in it, you know, it obviously has been glued up before. And I just need to keep it patched up. I just need to keep it patched up until I can, you know, it's got to last me another 2 months. And if I have to throw a lot of glue and patches on it to try to get me to last it 2 months, that's what I'm going to work on. So, hey Slipstream, how you doing, man? Subscribers went from 400 to 2,400. Oh gosh, Slipstream, did they do that to you too? Did they buy you? You know, I don't know what is going on with these trolls, man. These people are just off the chain right now. Well, hopefully, Slipstream, you just got honest to God real subscribers. You can check to see when your subscribers came in. If they all came in the same hour, then someone's playing games with you. But I was glad to see you were up to 400 on your own, though. Before that, that's cool. Got a lad, can you recommend what you feed Lily? Bill, I like to feed Lily the Purina High Pro Puppy Chow when she was little, and now I just feed her the regular Purina High Pro. I've had good success with that feed on Labradors. It keeps the weight on them nicely. It's easy for them to digest, and it has the right amount of protein and stuff in it for them to do well on it. So you don't want to give them too hot of a food. I mean, Lily's got more energy that she can burn off. You don't want to give them too much energy and fill them with a bunch of energy that they can't burn off. So it's kind of a balancing game. $200 of glue for 2 months. Do your sums on PVC. It's a losing battle. Yeah, well, the problem is I don't have $2,000 to replace that dinghy, so let me go buy some and say the same thing. Subs mean nothing. Slipstream, you're absolutely right. Subs mean nothing. They closed out deal at the Fender. 100 amp alternator and inverter might be enough to cool fridge. Not sure. Is there a love-hate relationship that I don't know about? One day you like me, the next you hate me, and I didn't get banned. I'm confused. Shellmaster, what you do on your channel is not what you do on my channel. You behave yourself on my channel, we get along. Why not sail the Atlantic to Florida instead of the ICW? Because I don't have any crew, it's just me on board, and so it makes doing long passages very difficult when I am the chief cook and bottle washer. So Intex Mariner 4 are $250 at Walmart and are fairly durable. Yeah, not what I'm looking for, and I don't have $250 for that. So real simple. Real simple. So I'm going to glue this one up and get it put back together again. I think it'll be fine if I just glue it up and take care of it. I think it'll work just fine. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. I watched some of your show. Okay. I don't know who you're talking to, Ahoy Skipper, but okay. Okay, so we've got everything caught up on the chat, I believe. Okay, so there's really not much to add. I'm back in port, going to be working on a couple projects. Had a exhausting, tiring run out to Newport and back. It was fraught with a lot of frustrations. Hopefully I won't have so many frustrations going forward, so we will see. Yes, Slipstream, I am here in Port Washington right now. I got in here at 11:30 this morning, and I've been trying to catch up with internet stuff all day today, and I haven't made a dent. I've also been looking at routing and trying to plan out my stops and stuff of where I'm going to be stopping going forward once I leave here. So, anywho, That's about it. I got to do laundry. I got to get provisions. You know, the usual kind of nonsense. I got to get the materials for fixing this PVC. I guess I'm just going to have to go to West Marine and buy it from them. I looked. I didn't see anybody who had a better price on that stuff. I will check the Oatney stuff. I don't think that, you know, it may be for flexible pipe, but I don't think it's made for the joints to flex. But I'll look at that and see, because that Oatney stuff that you use for PVC pipes. Dog, you all right? She's up on the roof right now. Willie? Willie, come. There she is. What are you doing, dog? You okay? Huh? Alright, go lay down. Go on. She's enjoying sitting up on the roof now that it's cooled off a little bit this evening. There's no direct sun on her anymore. Nurse holding it for years before they gave up. Yep, no plastic. I'm going to nurse this one for a little bit longer and see how it goes. She's quiet. Does she speak? Still squeak that taco? No, she doesn't squeak that crazy taco. It bit the dust. So the dinghy is PVC. Made it back safe, and that's all that matters. What's for dinner tonight? Cheers, everyone. I'm not having anything for dinner tonight. To be honest with you, I'm not feeling great today. I had some hot dogs for dinner last night, and they didn't sit well with me today. I did make myself some corned beef, or actually no, some roast beef hash and some eggs. I made those for a very late breakfast, like 2 o'clock. And so I'm good. That's all I'm having today. Yep, made it back safe. You're right. That was a good trip. That's been patched half dozen times by the repair kit from West Marine. It works well. Okay, so it's been cool. That's weird. She read my comment. Look commercially, order and use a business pin and COD it to yourself. Huh. Okay. Gotta try with the dinghy. That's what fighters do. Yep, that's right, Seabiscuit. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it our best effort and see what we can do. So, no problem. Running aground, etc. Yeah, Bub, I hear you, man. Offshore does have its advantages. I mean, yeah, you know, it's when you get offshore. I mean, it can actually get kind of boring. You know, you don't have to worry about hitting anything or running aground or really paying close attention to navigation. You can just sort of aim for point B and go for it. But I don't know. Roast beef hash sounds good right now. Yeah, it was just a can of roast beef hash, and then I cracked open a couple eggs on top of it for a little protein, and yep, it's very good. It's not little greasy, but not too greasy, you know. But yeah, it was a good breakfast. Easy to make. Only dirtied one pan, only dirtied one plate, only dirtied one spoon. Anytime you can do that, that's pretty cool. But guys, it looks like we're running into a problem with our 7 o'clock live stream, though. It is only a half hour into it, and we're losing daylight pretty quickly here. So, Doug needs to get a profile pic on your account. Yep. What's everyone drinking? Me? I'm just drinking seltzer water. That's it. Plain icy seltzer water. And thank you, Frank Daniels, for the ice maker, man. That sure has been a nice thing to have on the boat. I'm making a stew pot of chili tomorrow. I'm going to freeze half. There you go. Yeah, I used to do that. You always make a big batch, but on the boat, there's just no holding stuff on this boat. So, Woodby says just one more, Carl. Just one more what? Ah. The usual beer. There you go, Bubba. I'm out of beer. I got to get some beer. I have no beers left on the boat. Quite right. Bands must have been wild this week. Let's fly the drone before dark. Oh, it's too late for that. my enemies out of their skull cap. Oh, there you go. Flexible PVC is made with plasticizers that make it softer and highly flexible. When a turn in flexible PVC is needed, the installer simply forms the pipe around the bend and keeps on rolling. I was alive for the other day, I wanted to tune in, but had no cell service. John Doe and the ice maker is working perfectly. Absolutely just chugging right along. And also, you know, while I'm talking about stuff on the boat, the generator has been holding up particularly well. I had to laugh, you know, I met, now I'm drawing on a blank. Anyhow, I met with a fellow that looked at my generator and said, oh, if that lasts you 2 years, you'll be lucky. And I'm like, hell yeah, $600. If it lasts me till I get to Florida, I consider myself lucky. But I got to admit, you know, it's running pretty good. I think I'm somewhere in the neighborhood, running right around 400 total hours on it now. And it's running really good. It's not burning hardly any oil. Occasionally I'll start it and it'll just run rougher than crap. No matter what I do with the choke adjustment, I can't seem to tune it in to get it to work any better. And it'll chug for a while and spit and sputter, and then it'll just die. It'll just shut off and die. And then when I restart it, purrs like a kitten after that. So I don't know what anomaly is going on with the generator that causes that. It's happened twice or 3 times now that I can remember. But as soon as it kills itself, as soon as it dies, I just go and start it right back up, and then it just purrs like a kitten with no problem whatsoever. So weird how that works, but it's plugging it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, noise will drive me nuts. Yeah, the jellyfish, you get accustomed to it. So perhaps the cover for the generator in it, perhaps. Change the oil regular, yep, always do. I don't recall, is that Jenny a pull start? Yes, it is. Air filter or fuel supply issue. I don't know, I don't think so. I think it's in the electronics. I really do. I will say there has been one weird thing going on with the generator though. About 3 inches down from where the handle goes on the pull cord. When you pull the pull cord out, if you pull it out about 3 inches, it's getting a wear spot on the pull cord. I've already shortened it once, but now I've gone and bought some replacement pull cord, so I may do that tomorrow if it's not too hot. Maybe in the morning I'm going to take the cover apart and tie on a new pull cord, because for some reason it seems to be wearing the pull cord at a weird spot, and I don't want it to break, so I changed it out before it gets too thin. But I'm going to have to get a light on here or something. Hold on a minute, guys. Oh! I need a beverage too, so hold on a minute. Willie, you want to come down? You ready? Hold on. Come on, Willie. Come on. Get in here. Come on. Speaking of the generator, it's about to die on me. It's got a low fuel light coming on, so it's going to shut off here in just a minute. I probably should shut it off myself rather than let it run out. But, what? What do you want? It's my camera. I don't want you getting a nose print on it. So get back. Get back. Set that up. Tell you what, guys. You know, this little stupid camera, this little GoPro Session, turning out to be one of my favorite cameras. It really is. Cheap. It only costs $200. really beginning to like it. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the generator down before it runs out of fuel. It's going to get hot in here, but that's the life I leave. Engine stop. Hold the button. Now the other day I did this and it shut off and restarted. Now it's not shutting down. There it goes. And we're out. Alright. Generator is off. See, now it's nice and quiet on the boat, huh? Except for my 12-volt fan, which is still blowing air. So, what did I miss on here? Live stream, my browser messed up and had to. Okay. Touched with the swim ladder company, explained this sad mishap and asked for a replacement cap. Yeah, it's alright. I'm taking the swim ladder, I'm pulling it onto the boat and grinding that sucker down. So, Doug, I have the same generator. Should I use ethanol-free gas? Yes, do not use ethanol in it. The instructions on the generator tell you not to use ethanol. So, do any fish on your travels? I did a little fishing. I did not catch any fish, though. Traveling too fast. You know, when you're motor sailing, you're doing 4 knots. You're not going to catch anything up here in this area. So, it'd be different. You know, down in Florida, if I'm traveling at 4 knots, yeah, I can catch wahoo. I can catch mahi. A lot of the fish down there are a lot faster. Sailfish, certainly. Marlin, certainly. You know, 4 knots is actually the preferred trolling speed. But up here in New York, where you're trying to catch, you know, some of these fish here, they don't swim that fast. So, never got a notification. Yeah, well, 7 o'clock. I have to drive somewhere. I'm going now. Let's see the chat. Okay, skipper, take care. I guess I'm still in. When do they change the clocks? Not for a while. I don't know. Is it true? $300 docking fees for the season in the Bahamas? It's not a docking fee. It's $300 for a cruising permit. And it's based on the length of your boat. So for my boat, which is 29 feet long, I get a cruising permit that lasts me for really a year. You got to Port Washington so early, maybe you should have slowed down and fished. Well, maybe I should have, but I had a lot of stuff to do when I got here, and so that was a higher priority. So New York fish are Democrats and have to vote on taking the... Oh, God, okay. Let's not get politics going, all right? Oh, man, that's so good. I've been drinking this Canada Dry Mandarin Orange seltzer water. I'll tell you what, guys. On ice, it is just cold and refreshing and about as healthy a thing as you can drink. It has water that's carbonated with mandarin juice. That's it. Nothing else in it. So, no, I didn't forget the light. I have a light on. It's just still dark in here. Yeah, Titan, we can see you. Getting dark on the boat. It's getting dark outside. I mean, it's, you know, we're at that time of the year where it's starting to get dark early. So, I don't know. Maybe I should move my live stream to 6 o'clock instead of 7 so we can have daylight. Pretty soon, as we start heading south, by 7 o'clock, the sun will have set already, and we won't be able to watch sunsets together. So, oh, nothing to see. Audio is enough. You can see me. I can see me, so I know you guys can see me. So, hey, Cliff, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you here. Hey, Wood Beast, I don't think I welcomed you earlier. So, hey, JD, maybe pull the curtain back a bit. I don't think that's going to help. That's going to make it even harder to see me. I have the curtain on the opposite side and a light on the opposite side, just not really bright light. So, that's what she said. Okay, open the drapes. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, well, seriously, you guys can't see me. I'm at a point of watching of the exercise. Oh, physical therapy. Okay, Cliff. Good. 6 or 7 sweet spot wahoo on weighted lures up to 20, maybe faster. Yeah. Yeah, wahoo won't have problems catching a bait traveling at 4 or 5 knots. They won't have a problem with that at all. So, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm looking forward to that. So, all right, guys. I'm fine. Okay, because I was about to put another light on, but trying to save batteries, guys. I don't want to waste batteries. I don't know why. I've got like a bazillion batteries, but any videographer worth his salt has a plethora of batteries. So us here on the West Coast aren't home from work that early if you move it up an hour. Yeah, Andy, I didn't say I was going to. I was just kicking around the idea. Annapolis is the 2nd week of October. I think it starts like the 6th of October. So maybe you and Selling Nervous can get together. You'll be in their area when heading south. Well, they're down in Georgia or something, aren't they? Use a Bic lighter, yeah. Free bird! Yeah, right. Fish that take lures swim faster than 4 knots. Depends on the fish. We will have a concert view. We will have a concert view? Okay. I guess. Yeah, I don't know where Selling Nervous is. I think they're down in Georgia, the Carolinas, or somewhere down there. I know I'm going to be going through there. So, the boat show, I think, is 4 or 5 days, if I remember correctly. Something like that, stuck in BC. It's 4 or 5 days. Hey, Gene, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. Admission isn't really the big problem. It's just, kind of a bummer to walk up and down the aisles and look at all the cool stuff and not be able to buy any of it. That's the worst thing about going to a boat show. But I will be able to make a lot of interesting content. One of the sections I'm starting to do with some of my videos, or at least I will after the boat show, is sort of a found it at the boat show section. It's an idea I got from my friend Bob Bitch, and they did that on their TV show they used to have. And, it's just, we can identify one item and shoot some video and talk about it and, roll it around and play with it and see what it looks like and then, be able to have a conversation with it. So, forward to that. Flick my Bic. I see, yeah. If you target wahoo, our boat like 13 knots. Okay, cool. My boat can't do 13 knots. So, we're all going to Annapolis, right? Big party. Can eat blue crabs and play with our dinghies. Who's all going? Woohoo. Yeah, well, I know I'm going to be there, so there's a good name for them. Yeah, Selling Nervous is a good name for them. I tell you, I have to give them credit, though, Bubba, for being such timid souls. They're braving the elements and going out there and doing this. So I have to really give props to them for that. So, hey, 9mm James, what's up, brother? Is the comment section going to be permanently disabled, or was that just a one-time thing? Just wondering. That was just a one-time thing for my rant, JD, because I really didn't care to hear what anybody had to say about it. Heading to the Chesapeake. Oh, okay. We're going to go north, huh? A lot of window shopping. Yep, Gene, it is a lot of window shopping. Yep. But it's a good idea to identify things I might be interested in buying later on and that kind of stuff. So, live chat in the dark. Bring on the showgirls. There you go. That's what she said. Annapolis is beautiful, very pricey, but a cool place. Yep, it is. But I'm going to be anchoring, so I don't have to worry too much about price. So, interviews at the boat show, you're pretty good at interviewing people. Yeah, Seabiscuit, that kind of stuff would be fun to do. So, was that really your ex said message him Saturday night? Apparently that was, yes, that was my ex-wife that messaged Doug on Saturday night, yep. Darky more light. Annapolis has steamed crabs too, they do. Same for Baltimore. My 40-foot motor yacht cruised at 9. It was all I could afford, 4 gallons an hour. Wow. Antonieta can't hardly see. Yep, sorry about that, guys. Boat show October 4th to the 8th. Okay, you guys are complaining. Let me get another light put on for you guys. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just move that light closer. There's that one. And that one. There, is that better? Now it's like we're camping. Here, hold on, let me set this thing up for you. I'll make this super special here for you. There you go. Now you got headlights looking at me. I've got two of them. Can you see the reflection of my glasses? Am I bright enough now? Can you see me now? Oh, which actually, you guys getting back together? Oh, hell no. No, I'm not getting back together with anybody. How fast the light went away. Let's pull the curtain back. Because it's too dark outside, the curtain won't do much. I bought a 100-ton crane from one of the marinas in Annapolis about 10 years ago. Wow. That's a big crane, man. Okay, see you now. Welcome, Nathan. Yes, can see you now. I love camping and bushcraft. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to Annapolis. I think it'll be he'll look better in the dark. I usually do. That's what both of my wives used to say. I look better in the dark. So, I will come interview you at the show for my channel. We will get millions of views. There you go, Salmaster. I'll interview you and you interview me. How's that? Or maybe we should get together and go around as a team and interview everybody else. Jellyfish, I am 6'4" and my ceiling height is about 6 foot. Actually, I'm 6'3.5" to be honest with you, 6'3.5", and my ceiling height is 6'2". So I can almost stand up perfectly straight. I can hear underneath the companionway opening, but the rest of the boat I have to just tilt my head down a little bit, and that's fine. It does not bother me at all. You ain't leaving Jersey, Sailmaster. You got a face for radio. Yeah. Selling us on her boat now. Oh, cool. She's up in Boston or someplace, so she'll be coming through here, I imagine. As to my wife, I have two ex-wives. One of which I still dearly love. My ex-wife, Johanna, is the salt of the earth kind of woman. She's a wonderful, wonderful girl. She really is. She's a wonderful lady. But we've grown apart, and what I have interest in doing in my life, there's no way Johanna could do that. She gets motion sickness. She gets seasickness. She doesn't have the health or the physical condition, stamina to do any of the things that I do now. So Johanna and I will never get back together. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for her, and I believe she has the same for me. And I love her in very many ways. Just, you know, we're just not a couple anymore. But she's a wonderful girl. She really is. She's a good mother, and she's a good grandmother. And frankly, if my sons are watching, they need to do a better job of taking care of their mother, since they live like within a mile of her. Go see her once in a while. Spend some time with her. So, anyhow. With that said, but my other wife, my second wife, I don't ever want to see that bitch again. So, I'm a little angry about that, guys. I'm just a little angry about that. It's hard for me to find a stand-up boat to 6'7", makes it impossible for a poor boy. 6'7", holy crap, man. Yeah, you need an ankle depth-to-D, man. Take them off at the ankles. Wife is like a car, two and new. Palm limits in the house. Hey, Woody, what's going on, man? How you doing? How's it hanging? A little to the left today, Woody. A little bit to the left. Which has been a good thing, because I've been sitting over there on the starboard side of the boat all the time, and so good to be hanging on the left. Port Inflatables in Port Jefferson has been fixing and selling for 19 years. Might stop in when you go by there. I've already gone by there. Maybe they'll take your old dink as payment to repair the new one. Huh. Port Inflatables in Port Jefferson. I was just there. Eaton's Neck is right outside of Port Jefferson. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to make a note of that. Thank you, Adam. Port Inflatables. What I did is I looked up Zodiac, who makes the dinghies for West Marine, and I did a search for dealers or for designated service people for them. Zero places on Long Island. They didn't show anybody that did repair work on their dinghies on Long Island. And I did try to call a guy. This was when I was back over in, what was it? Pine Island. This is when I was over in Pine Island. I tried calling a guy, and he didn't call me till today. So, figures it was the weekend. But, oh well. The short people have no issues with boats. Beth still has that new wife smell. Pilot, that's funny. You should try the singles mixer over at the yacht club. 6'7", will the beds fit? Yeah, right? Nothing fits at 6'7". Since they got me on insulin, I've been feeling a hell of a lot better. Hey, Palm Limit, good to know that, man. Good to know that. I'm glad you're feeling better. My sons are 6'4" and 6'7", huh? Wow. Big guys. Inflatable boats repair, Long Island, New York. Yeah, you know, Adam, I didn't think about just doing a inflatable boat search. I was just trying to find designated service people that, you know, would know something about that particular model. But yeah, I will call those people in Port Jeff and look them up. My GoFundMe so I can keep up. You plan on getting the head installed before you leave for the boat show? No, I do not. No, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna get that project done that quickly. Elephant in the room with all of the events from the last few days. Quiet up in here. Well, that's just you, Sailmaster. I don't see that as happening, but okay. If you have a few more, would you? I will say this. It seems like we've had a whole lot less, idiot traffic on here lately. I will say that. Things have been improved tremendously in that regard. I think to some degree I've sort of nipped in the butt some of those irritations that were going on, which is a good thing, because now we can move forward with peace and quiet and make some progress, which is the next step of the journey, is making progress. So you should try to get a few boat tours in for us. Great contact. Been nice today here. Well, hey man, Cliff, I'm glad to hear that. Alaska is usually nice this time of year, though. Couldn't afford to feed and clothe anymore. Yep. Will you be offload to heads before you leave? No, I'm not. I'm vacillating over which one to install, to be honest with you. I haven't made up my decision. That's why the guy gave me two. One would be a direct replacement for what had been on the boat, but is going to require a lot more infrastructure to be organized in order to get it working again, like converting what was a holding tank, which has been converted to a freshwater tank, back into a holding tank. And I got to put a pump out opening. The boat does not have a pump out opening anywhere. So anyhow, so I gotta look at some of these variables and try to make a decision. Right now, I haven't spent too much time really thinking about it. I've been, getting it and getting back here. Now that I'm here, I can take a little bit more time and give it some more consideration. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So. Yep, Cliff, I agree with you. Yep. It seems like you are accumulating stuff instead of purging. Yeah, it does. It's all right. We're getting things organized. 13 Devo, speaking of. Yep. Show opens daily at 10 a.m. Yep. What are you going to be doing at the boat show? You brought it up quite a bit. Jen, what I would like to do is I'm going to be recording Founded at the Boat Show episodes. I want to put together a few of those. The Miami Boat Show is not going to be until February, so I need quite a few of those so I can inject those into my videos on a regular basis. And then just covering events, you know, there's a bunch of cruisers, sailing, cruising channel people are going to be there, so it'll be a bit of a party. I know Bob from Sailing Outpost is going to have the usual free beer and pizza night there at the boat show, and so I'm going to hang out with Bob and listen to my buddy Eric Stone play music. You guys probably heard me have a lot of Eric's music in my videos. Eric's a friend of mine and has allowed me to use his music, even though there are certain entities out there that keep trying to say it's their music and they should get the royalties for it. Eric and I have gone toe-to-toe with some of those guys, and YouTube actually has sort of a problem in that regard right now. There are a number of companies out there that own rights to music that are just claiming everything and anything. Anything music they claim, whether it's theirs or not. And then, you know, then you have to fight with them to say, no, it's not yours, you have no right to this stuff. And then YouTube has to look at it on a one-on-one basis. I have a feeling at some point YouTube's just going to tell those companies, to hell with it, you're not going to be able to claim anything because you've claimed too much. They have to put the burden on those people, not on us as creators to defend ourselves. So, innocent until proven guilty, I guess, is the way what I'm thinking. So, you get a press pass for the boat show. No, I haven't even thought about asking them for one, but that's a good idea, Bob. Yeah, that's a good idea, because you know what, I'm going to make a note of that too. I have in the past, when we had my other TV show, we've done that. So, A-N-N-A-P-O-L-I-S, press pass. That would save me the expense of buying admission tickets. So, very good idea. Thank you, sir. I don't know why I've been thinking about that. I guess I should have. So, oh, okay. Please get rid of one head for your sake. Bubba, I will be getting rid of one head. I need to purge at the shop. Yep. Keep the seat and lid from the throwaway toilet. They make a great seat for fitting to the pulpit. Okay. Do you have another freshwater tank other than the converted? Yes, I do, Bob. I have two 20-gallon tanks on board. Brittany in the house. Brittany girl. That's not the Brittany, guys. That's not the Brittany. So, hey, Teresa Dean, how you doing, darling? Good to see you here. Get you another press pass. Brittany girl sent you. Brittany girl sent you $2. Well, I've not seen Brittany girl send me $2, so. Oh, but then again, it would come to my cell phone and not to here, so I wouldn't know. Because I don't have that set playing right now, so. Nope. Nothing. Is there a way to make chat darker? Not that I'm aware of. I am fine. I am fine. Get you an early press pass. Yeah, Bob, that's not a bad idea. Just got finished with dinner. How was all? Oh, we're doing great, Teresa. It'll be much easier to install the correct head pump out fittings are pretty cheap. Yeah, I agree, Bob. I'm leaning that way, but we'll get it figured out. I'll install windlass instead. Install a windlass. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep the bucket. You know, Adam, there's a lot to be said about that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, and I don't have a windlass here right now. Cliff is going to be sending me one. He sent me the parts of it. I have to get the funds together for the postage for the rest of it because it's pretty expensive shipping that. But you know, there's a lot to be said about that. And as far as the anchor is concerned, you know, I have no problem pulling up my anchor. So I really debate whether I need a windlass for it, but it certainly would be nice because it'd be nice to go to all chain instead of going to road. Especially when I get south and I'm around a lot more coral heads and stuff. You know, running a rope out is one thing. when you're on mud or just sand. But when you start getting around the sharp corals, that's where you really like to have all chain, and so something for me to consider. So boat show till Sunday and Monday. Hope we'll see you there. We won't be the boat show until Sunday and Monday. Well, that's all right, Bomber Street. Well, we'll see you there. So if you get a media pass, we will shut down the interwebs. Okay. Wait a minute. Who are you? Okay, welcome to the live. Okay. Manual windlass is good for your size boat. Yeah. My Cal 31 had a manual windlass. You know, you just put the sail crank on it, and you just cranked it in with that. It was all chain, but it wasn't great. You know, it just wasn't great. So it was still hard to crank in. I almost felt it was better, but you know, the problem with up there in Alaska is that you have to do everything really deep. You know, all the anchorages there are really deep, so you're letting out a lot of chain, a lot of scope, and so that would become heavy, and then it's all straight up and down on you. So if it's easy to read, you're still planning on a different boat before you go to the Bahamas. Not my first trip to the Bahamas, but certainly I plan on getting a bigger boat sometime this winter. Just don't go throw out your back trying to pull the anchor up. Yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it? That would suck. Actually, man, my back feels better right now than it has in years. In years. Sleeping well, getting lots of exercise, doing some stretching, like I do. It's been pretty awesome. So, I've been really happy with how that's been going right now. So. Other than that, kids, I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about. So, and we've exceeded our hour anyway. Let's do shameless shout-outs. Anybody's got a YouTube channel, if you've got a channel you're trying to promote, like Douglas has a new channel, Saturdays at 2 o'clock. Doug's talking about automobiles on his channel. Great. So go ahead and subscribe to Doug Imbragamo. Doug, put a comment in here so people can click on your name and go and subscribe to you. So, but did not have to where I could change background, huh? All right, sorry, T. Anyhow, anybody else on here? Slipstream, there you go. Slipstream's got a channel. He's getting some subscribers now, so he's building up. So check out SV Slipstream. He puts out some interesting channels. Although I gotta give a little bit of a hard time to Slipstream tonight. He's been doing a little bit of clickbaiting on some of his videos. And so I just wanted to give him just a little nudge, you know. Hey, whatever works, man. You know, what you're doing works. It gets people to view, but I saw a picture and I thought, man, he's got a pretty hot-looking wife. And, yeah, that's not who the picture was, I guess, so. Which was great. Thanks, 10-star for recommending. Okay, Magic Carpet. Okay, cool. What's clickbaiting? Not clip, not C-L-I-P, C-L-I-K, clickbaiting. And that's where you put a photo out where you're showing something that would be really attractive, even though in fact it isn't really part of the content. So, gotta save money. There you go. Is Brittany still planning on coming aboard? Not that I'm aware of. Stuck in BC? No, not that I'm aware of. So, going for the first time is good. Yep, Sailing Doodle is always a good channel. Bob does a great job over there. So, I certainly would recommend Sailing Doodles to anybody. So, or clickbait title. Yep, Bubba, there you go. Thanks, go posting my GoFundMe, Billy. Yep. Yeah, Doug, I told Billy he can go ahead and post that, you know, during the live stream so people can help out. For those of you who don't know, my buddy Douglas is on here. I've known Doug for 45 years. Doug is in the midst of having kidney issues. He's been on dialysis now for like 8 years. waiting on a kidney. So if anybody wants to donate a kidney, and so you can click on that GoFundMe that just went through on the comments and help Doug out if you would. That would be awesome. So. And while I'm talking about other people, thewoodenbling.com, thewoodenbling.com. Go check out The Wooden Bling. Anything you buy over at The Wooden Bling, use the discount code GRANDPA. Use the discount code GRANDPA and get 10% off anything you want to buy at thewoodenbling.com. So, oh, is that why you promote here? Promos have your old boats. The promos have my old boats. I don't know. They've been meaning to watch that drone one. Yeah, it's a good one, Christine. On AT&T, they may have sucked where you went, but they are the most reliable where you were going. Verizon, crazy roaming fees in the islands. Yeah, I know, Adam, to Florida. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about actually establishing new phone service with Verizon. And also keeping my AT&T and just doubling up on it so I maintain better access, because they both have the same 22 gigabyte limitation. So where's Billy at? Billy's here. Yeah, and sailing upwind, if I show my old boats, I hardly think my old boats are clickbait. My old boats are almost my old boats that I've owned recently are almost identical to this boat. This is a Cal 229. My old boats were a Cal 30 and a Cal 31. They don't look very different from this boat at all. So that would hardly be clickbaiting. You know, clickbaiting would be, you know, showing a sexy, voluptuous woman and saying, you know, something like, you know, come meet my new crew member. And then you find out the new crew member is a dog that he got. So that's why I'm giving him a hard time. It's all good. I mean, I'm just doing that in jest, but Doug really deserves the GoFundMe. Yep, we love you, Doug. Message deleted by Andy. Thanks, Andy. Wow, there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, let's just block him. If he comes back, just block him, Andy. Oh, what the heck was that? Yeah, that's called trolls. I get 50 gigs with Virgin. Oh, 50 gigs. You get 50 gigs with Virgin. That's right, Bubba. You were saying that. Well, maybe that's the thing I should do then, is just get an account with Virgin. Yes, the dog's very cute, Slipstream. The dog is very cute. I'm just teasing you, brother. I'm just teasing you, you know. It's all good. But it did get me to click on it, though, because I thought you had a hottie on the boat. I was like, all right, go Slipstream. But nope, not the case. So don't take her over state line, Bubba. Okay. Maybe you need to put pics of Amanda on your clips. No contract. Okay, Bubba, cool. Need one of those sexy, voluptuous women. I do need a sexy, voluptuous woman. I really do. So, worked for Bob. Certainly did work for Bob. Yep, certainly did work for Bob. That's how Bob got so as big as he got, as quickly as he got. So, it's all right, guys. You know, right now, with me being as obese as I've been, I am not going to attract a sexy woman to be on the boat with me. I know that. It's just not going to happen. Not while I'm still a fat guy. It's one of the reasons why I am so seriously motivated and dropping weight so quickly. And man, I'll tell you what, I'm dog, get your butt off my feet. I am seriously dropping pounds. You know, my underwear is getting loose. I'm gonna have to go buy some new underwear pretty soon. Doug will tell you that when I went to the store the other day, having trouble keeping my pants up, even though I have sweatpants that use a string, you know, I can tighten the string up around my waist. You know, I'm having trouble keeping my pants up anymore. So I will get this tonnage off, and then I think I'll be in a pretty good shape for trying to attract a nice, you know, a hottie. So, but we'll find out. Invite Miss Lone Star. Yeah. Yeah, Lord Lovers. Yeah. Actually, Carl, I had a female on the boat this weekend, and she loves sailing. Oh, yeah, that's awesome, Slipstream. Yep. There you go, Tickle. There you go. One last thing about ending with supporting the venture rather than support the cause. Sounds like you're curing cancer or something confusing. Just saying, please don't get mad at others. Adam to Florida, thank you. You know, that's actually very good advice, and you presented that very well, and so I'm not going to get mad at that. I certainly wouldn't get mad at that. You're right. You know, I've been in sales my whole entire life, and choosing just the right word makes a world of difference. So you're right. So I from now on, I will try to remember that. Support the adventure, not support the cause. Okay. Good catch. I will try to do that. Thank you, sir. As long as your wallet is fat, two hot women will love you. Yeah, my wallet is not fat, man. You have the gift of gab. I think so. Colonel, I think you should wear a thong and halter top. And you should... Hey, man, if it's tits and ass, John, I got a pair, so... Oh, now that's a little TMI, so... John Dolan going in timeout. No, John Dolan is not going in timeout. You leave John Dolan the hell alone. John Dolan can say any damn thing he wants on my channel as far as I'm concerned. The man has certainly earned the right to do that. So, Jen Aldrich says gross. Oh, what was it? There was a movie out, was it Pretty Woman? Yeah, I think it was the movie Pretty Woman. What's her name? The actress was in there. She was a famous actress, and the other guy, the actor, was in he was a bookseller at a little bookstore, and they were talking about breasts, and she was asking him, what is it about breasts? Why do men find it so interesting? I mean, every other person in the planet's got a pair, and his comment was, well, more than that. I mean, Meatloaf's got a pretty good pair. And I thought how funny that was, but yeah, Meatloaf's got a pretty good pair, and so do I, but nobody wants to see my tits, I can assure you of that. Last time we timed someone out, there were people protesting, yeah? Not this time. Yes, let's all support the adventure if we can. Carl in a thong, oh my God, yeah, let's not go there. Roberts. Yes, Julia Roberts, John. Yes, thank you. That was it. Now, what was the guy's name? The English guy. It was Julia Roberts and... damn. I'm bad with names. Sailmaster, I always take good advice. I don't take bad advice. Auction for thong on Carl. Oh, Bill, you don't want to see that, man. You don't want to see that. No, it wasn't Richard Gere. No, it wasn't Richard Gere. Hello, Samson. Oh, I don't remember his name. Funny thing about breasts, if you've seen one pair, you want to see them all. That's true. That's true. Hugh Grant. Yes, 9mm James. There you go, Hugh Grant. So it was Hugh Grant that said, yeah, Meatloaf's got a hell of a pair. So no, not Tom Hanks. It was Hugh Grant. Yep, Hugh Grant. So, nope, not Richard Gere. It was Hugh Grant. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks isn't British. Richard Gere's not British. Anyhow, it was Hugh Grant, so that was Pretty Woman. Yep, that was in Pretty Woman. In the movie Pretty Woman, it was Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. Those were the two main stars. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie. One of my all-time favorite movies, actually. So, anyhow, kids, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because it's getting way past my bedtime here. We're almost at 9 o'clock, so. Something in Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle. But that wasn't then. No, it was Notting Hill was the name of that movie. Yes, Notting Hill. Richard Gere. Richard Gere, was he in Sleepless? No, Tom Hanks. Wasn't it Tom Hanks that was Sleepless in Seattle? Big ass bug behind you. Nope, not a big ass bug behind me. Anyway, you have a great night. Call, stay safe. Yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. So, oh, you're talking about that spot there? That's not a bug. Oh, maybe it was a bug. Maybe it was a big spider crawling on my neck now. Anyhow, are you talking about this? That's not a bug. That's a fishing lure. Pretty Woman was Richard Gere. Yes, it was Notting Hill that I was talking about, not Pretty Woman. You're right. You're right. I said that incorrectly before, didn't I? Yep, my mistake. Okay. Well, anyhow, kids, look, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. So, Brown Recluse, yeah, right. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Anyhow, kids, be good, be careful, take good care of one another. Check in the description down below. You'll find links to my Patreon and my PayPal. Should you want to contribute to the adventure, should you want to donate to the adventure, there's links to my Patreon and my PayPal down below in the description. And if you want to help out Douglas, there's also a link in the description down below for Douglas's GoFundMe as well. So with that said, guys, good night, be good, be careful, and we'll see you tomorrow.